Hello and welcome back to another video today here again on Forza Horizon 5 for another Event Lab build, this time making use of the all-new Event Lab build stub that was added as part of the most recent update. So until now, if you wanted to create an Event Lab route here on Forza, you had to basically select from one of the pre-existing start lines, so from dirt racing, road racing, cross-country racing, or street racing, which I've actually forgotten to put in the filters. So basically you had to choose one of these as your starting line. Until now, when, if we take the filter out a minute, you'll notice they've put in a build stub here at the stadium, which is a feature they actually brought in with Hot Wheels. Now there is only one, so it's not great yet, but I'm hoping this means there will be plenty going forwards. Although, for me, it's not actually in a very useful space, because I tend to build racing tracks, and you've already kind of got a start line here and here. So this one's main function is for a lot of creators who like to build, well, complete worlds, basically, within the stadium. It's a great flat surface to create that sort of thing. So I'm probably going to have to create something that isn't a track, because if I was making a track, I'd just use the Estadio circuit or the Estadio cross country, surely. So you could potentially make a circuit with this, but it's going to be kind of difficult because you're going to have to incorporate this. So anyway, let's head on over to it and see if we can create something fun within the stadium. As well as them adding the new build stub, they did also add some, well, Donut Media themed props, which for some reason weren't in the patch notes for the update or mentioned anywhere. But you can, if you really want to, put a donut that's, well, connected to the ground and a donut that isn't. Yeah. So after about 4 or 5 hours of build time, I've created, well, you can probably see from out here, a bit of a city within the stadium, with hopefully none of the stadium visible once you're in there is the idea. to kind of immerse you in a city. This is basically as far as I got before, as you can see, I've reached 100% prop limit. So I was basically building till I ran out of props. So after about 5 hours, I've quickly, well, not so quickly, but these prefab buildings mean after 5 hours you can have something pretty finished looking, rather than having to construct them all from scratch as you had to before. But yeah, I think this build stub's going to be good, although, yeah, you still have to start outside the stadium, so you still have that bit of driving in, so it doesn't really give you much advantage over the normal Stadio circuit, as far as I can make out. Anyway, yeah, I've tried as much as possible to make it so you can't see that you're in a stadium, but it's not perfect, especially here in creative mode. It won't be quite as bad, I don't think, once we drive it. So I am going to make a couple of blueprints, a daytime and a nighttime one, and then, well, show you what it's like to drive this blueprint now that it's complete. I will, though, be coming back and changing this, so I'll share this as version 1. But yeah, I might come back and change it in future. Maybe get rid of the Christmas thing when it's not Christmas. But I might keep this as a sort of ongoing blueprint to kind of trial new props, if you like, and keep coming back and making changes. But yeah, let's show you what it looks like as an actual blueprint. So here is the completed and shared blueprint. For now at least, I'll probably share a version 2 with some tweaks at some point soon, and potentially subsequent versions after that, complete with a small Chinatown area, full of lanterns of course, a petrol station, I mean, I couldn't really leave that out of it, a Christmas-themed square given it's this time of year, which I will change after Christmas, so do watch my Created Hub for any updated blueprints as we go forward, a truck delivery warehouse, which should be fun for some sliding about and generally having a bit of fun in your car, a car park, which again you could do similar sort of things in, or maybe have a car meet or something. The only problem is you can't do photos if you and a load of friends go in here, which is a bit of a shame, and a park, which, with a T-Rex in it, is literally a Jurassic Park. I've hidden away the finish line in this corner at the end, just so it's sort of out of sight when you first go into the stadium, but when you've finished exploring, just drive through there and you can complete the race. I do need to at some point import the rule set that doesn't require a finish line you can get to, where you can just press some buttons to get out, so I need to figure out how to do that and potentially put that in a future version too. I have, of course, as ever, also shared a nighttime blueprint because they always look incredible. The Chinatown area is too well lit from the streetlights though, so you don't really get the full effect of the lanterns, so I do potentially need to take some of those out. The petrol station does look stunning at night, but I do wish the Hot Wheels purple lights were a bit brighter to give a bit more colour on the ground, so again I might have to swap those out for some of the purple towers. I just thought they wouldn't look quite as good, but the lighting from them would look better, so I'm potentially going to do that. The rest of it though, the Christmas themed square, the truck warehouse, the car park, and the Jurassic Park, I am really pleased with, particularly in the night blueprint. Everything looks okay in the day, but some of the lighting's a little bit off at night. But those all look really good, I think. And I do love the finished city as a whole, which I think looks particularly good at night, as most blueprints do, to be honest. That, though, is going to be all for a first build using the new Stadium build stub. Do let me know what you think of the route and if there is anything you'd like to change, as it's by no means the final version and I will be sharing more as time goes on, so do keep an eye out on my Creative Hub for any newer versions that I'll be sharing in future. As ever, if you have any of your own creations you'd like me to feature in a future Event Lab video, you can send share codes to me on my Discord server, which is linked in the description, or message them to me in the comments or over on Xbox. For now though, that is going to be all, so thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next video very soon.